Everybody, my name is Sir Raphael, and I will be teaching you environmental studies for class 1. Now, everybody, take out your environmental science Wonder World textbooks and turn with me to page 42, My School. Lesson number 8, My School. Now, today we will be learning about your school. Now, good boys and girls go to school. Now, do you miss going to school? What do you like about going to school? What do you like about school? What do you miss about school? Yes, it's the lockdown, but unfortunately, we will have to wait until the COVID-19 coronavirus passes. Otherwise, it's too dangerous for small boys. So, shall we read all together? One, two, three. I go to school every day. I carry my school bag and wear my school uniform. Yes. Now, what kind of school bag do you have? What kind of uniform do you wear? Do you know what color uniform you wear? How big is your school bag? What do you put in your school bag? Think about these things. Now, let us look at the pictures below. You see, there's some there's a picture of boys and girls playing in the playground of their school. There's a picture of a person writing on the blackboard. There's a person dancing. I don't exactly know what that is. And there's a picture of a person reading a book. There's a picture of a person drawing. Now, let us read. I learn many things in school. I learned to read and write and do some maths. I learned to draw and paint, sing and dance. I learned to play new games and make new things. Yes, so what do we do when we go to school? Hmm? What happens when you go to school? You learn many things, right? You learn to read and write, you learn to do maths, you learn to draw and paint, you learn to sing and dance, you learn to play new games and make new things. Yes, that's right. What do you enjoy the most about these things? Right? So moving on to the next page. I also make many new friends. Going to school is so much fun. Do you miss going to school? Yes, even I miss going to school. Yes, we will all soon meet at school someday in the future. Now, do you miss your friends? Who's your best friend? Do you miss going to school with your best friend? Do you like meeting your friends at school? Yes, that is what happens at school. Now, look at the exercise below. Complete these sentences. This will be for homework, right? The name of my school is blank. I study in class blank. My class teacher's name is blank. So on and so forth, right? Now we shall learn about the rooms in a school. There are many rooms in a school. We study in the classroom. Where do you study? In the classroom. We read storybooks in the library. Where do you read storybooks? In the library. We learn about computers in the computer room. We go to the sick room when we are unwell. We learn to sing in the music room. We play in the playground. The principal sits in the principal's room. The teachers sit in the staff room. So there are many rooms in the school, right? So there are rooms where you study, there are places where you play, there are rooms where you go when you are sick, there are rooms where you go to learn to sing, there are rooms where the principal sits, there's the room where the teachers sit, many rooms, right? So, next, in the classroom, we will be learning about the things you find in the classroom. We find different things in the classroom. Our teacher writes on the blackboard with a chalk and erases them with a duster. In the classroom, there are tables and chairs. We have a dustbin to throw waste. There are colorful charts and posters on the wall. We must follow some rules inside the classroom, right? So what do we find in the classroom when you enter? What do you find in the classroom? You find a blackboard, or in our case, we have a whiteboard, and then you have chalk, or in our case, we have a marker, and we erase with a duster. And then in the classroom, where do you sit? You sit on chairs. And where do you write? You write on tables, yes. And then you also have a dustbin in the corner, right? To throw waste. So these are the things you find in a classroom. Also, you find colorful charts and posters on the wall. Yes. You remember that poster where we put all of your names and your pictures on the charts? Yes. We have those colorful charts as well. Now, also for homework on page 45 as well, tick what you should do in class, cross out what you should not do, right? Listen to the teacher. Should you listen to the teacher? Should you not listen to the teacher? Put a tick if you should, put a cross if you shouldn't, right? So this again shall be for your homework. Next, people who help us in school. Now, there are many people who help out in school, right? We should learn about these people. Many people help in the smooth working of the school. Let us meet some of them, right? School, your teacher, and then your principal. Also the sweeper. The sweeper helps keep the classes clean, the school clean. And then the maid, the gardener, nurse, and school bus driver, right? All of these people help in the school. Right? So, what have we learned so far? Let us remember, we learn to read, write, and do sums in school. Yes, that is what we do in school. We also learn to sing, dance, draw, and paint in school. Some rooms in the school are the classroom, library, principal's room, and computer room. We should follow some rules inside the classroom. Yes, you should also follow some rules inside the classroom, right? The teacher, sweeper, gardener, nurse, and school bus driver are some of the people who help in the smooth working of the school, right? So there are also many people who help. The teacher teaches you. The principal, right? The sweeper helps the school clean. The maid also helps the school keep the school clean. The gardener, the nurse makes sure you are fit and well. The school bus driver drives you to school, right? So these are the people who help you in school. So for homework, do the exercise on page 43, complete the sentences. The tick and cross out on page 45, as well as the exercises A, B. Now, that will be all. I will see you next week. And thank you for joining me for this lesson. And goodbye. And thank you for joining me.